beloved, let me paint a picture for you. One weekend, one vision is changing the trajectory of my bloodline. My name is Amore Porter, and I'm just a woman who is striving with my husband to retire early and to help our family learn to build wealth. So, this year, I didn't take my kids on a family vacation. I took them on a journey to build legacy. We went away for the weekend, and I called it a wealth planning weekend because I really wanted to take the time to sit down with them and explain to them and teach them about building wealth. Something that we don't normally talk about. But when you gather in faith and purpose, the heavens lean in. We weren't just talking about money, we were unlocking generational vision. So I sent a text to my girls, letting them know that we were gonna go on a mission. And you know, I love a good mystery, I love Mission Impossible. So I kind of named it Mission Impossible. I gave them each different jobs throughout the weekend. So they each had a mission, and in that mission, they had a certain amount of money and they had to plan part of the weekend. We opened up the weekend with prayer. We rented an Airbnb, not too far from our home. But we wanted it to be a time where we could talk to them uninterrupted about our finances, things like how much money we make. I never knew how much money my parents made. But we wanted to also help them understand, how do we build savings? How do we make decisions about investing? And what are our goals and plans for the future, and how we want to build a legacy with them. Not for them, but with them. And we talked about, let's build this together. So sis, you're not a mama, just a mama, an auntie, a sister. You are a Joseph in your family with a dream, and it's time to steward it. So what we did, we first set up what the weekend was going to be about. Then we broke down a PowerPoint, which shared with them our financial status. So a state of the family, if you want to call it that. We shared with them how much money we made, the mistakes we've made, how much insurance we have, how all of those things are set up, our beneficiaries, all of those things, because we really want to help them begin to build their financial muscle. We also share with them about the accounts that we have created for them, and how over the next few months, we will be doing work together to help them pick out investments. So we've been picking out the investments, but now it's time for them to learn. Okay? We help them think about, how do you calculate your net worth? Because so many times we talk about having good credit, but how much are you worth? So that was a really important conversation. We also broke down for them what are different investments that we have, ones we plan to have, and ones they might want to think about having. We also added some fun into the weekend. We went to the beach. We walked alongside the beach, and as I shared, each day we went through an experience that they had planned with a certain amount of money. But they didn't just plan it with a certain amount of money. They had to then explain why they picked it, what their money amount was, how did they make sure that they stayed on budget, and what they might do differently. So the first day, on Friday, Hope planned a family night. So she had to get snacks, she had to get games, all of those things. On the second day, my oldest daughter planned a birthday dinner because it was also Joy's birthday. And there were certain criteria that she had to use. And then the third day, my middle daughter, Joy, planned a morning fun activity. It was so much fun. And I don't want you to think that this takes a lot of work. Don't overthink it. Start with prayer and then let God help you create the agenda. Make it fun, make it holy, of course, and help your family to begin to dream. It's not about perfection, it's about planting. So, are you ready to start planting? Here's the blueprint. 1, have open conversation. 2, center it around your family's values. 3, teach them what you want them to know. For us, we taught our family about what is the difference between ETFs, mutual funds, index funds. That was a lot of what we spent our time around. Affirm into them their dreams. How understanding financial wealth can help them achieve their dreams. And then show them how what you're creating is going to create a legacy, not just for them, but for future generations. All right, so drop a diamond in the chat if you're interested in doing this and breaking a generational cycle where we don't talk about money to where we begin to plan together for our financial future. Your breakthrough for your family, it starts as easy as a conversation and time together. All right, sis, if you want more information, I will attach the agenda that we use for our family wealth weekend. You got this.